Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutri Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Prashyata Devasatariya Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna. So we continue our reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, contents of Gita summarized, or Sankhya Yoga. And today's shloka is shloka number 9. So let us chant the shloka. Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjaya Uvacha
Evam Uktva Rishikesham
Evam Vakta Rishikesham
Gudakeshaha Parantapa
Gudakesha Parantapaha
Yotsya iti Govindam
Nayotya iti Govindam
Uktva Trushnim Babhuvaha.
Vatusnim Babuvaha
Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjaya Uvacha
Evam Uktva Rishikesham
Evam Ukpa Rishikesham
Gudakeshaha Parantapa
Gudakesha Parantapaha
Nayotsya iti Govindam
Nayotya iti Govindam
Ukta Trushni Babhuvaha.
Vatusnim Babuvaha
Sanjay Vacha Eva Muktva Rishikesham Gudakesha Parantapa Nayotsya iti Govindam Uktva Tushnim Babhuvaha.
Sanjaya Uvacha Evamukpa Rishikesham Gudakesha Parantapaha Nayotya iti Govindam Uktva Tusnim Babuvaha.
Anyone else? Okay, so translation and purport. Sanjay said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. Purport. Dhritarashtra must have been very glad to understand that Arjuna was not going to fight and was instead leaving the battlefield for begging profession. But Sanjay disappointed him again in relating that Arjuna was competent to kill his enemies, Parantapa. Although Arjuna was for the time being overwhelmed with false grief due to family affection, he surrendered unto Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, as a disciple. This indicated that he would soon be free from the false lamentation resulting from family affection and would be enlightened with perfect knowledge of self-realization or Krishna consciousness and would then surely fight. Thus, Dhritarashtra's joy would be frustrated since Arjuna would be enlightened by Krishna and would fight to the end. So this is the conclusion from Arjuna's side. Till now he was saying that I am not prepared to fight, and he was giving different arguments, and he was actually accepting his own situation of being confused and bewildered and not able to control himself. And finally he gave up, right? So he gave up and he said, now I cannot fight. No yotse iti govindam. And then he fell silent. So there are several posters or paintings of this, right? That Arjuna is sitting down with his head down and Krishna is looking at him. So this is the one of the actions that Arjuna has taken. Before he took the action of cast aside his bow and arrow, and now he took the action that I will not fight, and he gave up. So this was actually from Pandav Sena. It was a great, you can say, disaster or shock that if Arjuna decides not to fight. But from the Kaurav Sena, if we look from that angle, it was a great boon or advantage for Kaurav Sevana. If Arjuna at all decided not to fight, then they have a greater chance of victory, because if Arjuna does not fight, then of course Krishna will not be also there, because Krishna is there because of Arjuna's charioteer. So the overall war conclusion or result will can may have been totally different. So that's why Prabhupada writes, like, from Dhritarashtra's point of view, he must be happy, because ultimately he was looking for his sons, and mainly Duryodhana and Dushasana's safety and victory. Even if he was the main of the Kuru dynasty, and from that angle, he was also supposed to be uncle of Pandavas. But in this war, he was always on the side of Duryodhan and wanted to protect him. So from that angle, he would have been happy by hearing this. But so while explaining, because Sanjay, as we have seen before also, the way Sanjay communicates with Dhritarashtra, he tries to give Dhritarashtra the real situation and the situation that will happen in the future. He gives indirect indications to Dhritarashtra uh, as his duty. Though he's translating whatever he's seeing, he's just transmitting that, but still he is giving few indications to Dhritarashtra everywhere that Dhritarashtra's steps or his plans may not be successful, right? So he uses Rushikesha. Rushikesha means who is the control of the senses. So even if Arjuna has given up the fighting because of his sense senses, or he's getting attached to his family members, is failure of his senses to take a proper decision, and he gave up. So, but Krishna is Rishikesh, so he can control the senses of anyone. So he can control senses of Arjuna also. And then Gudakesha and Parantapa, he's the names that used for Arjuna. So Gudakesha, if previously also we have seen this in the first chapter. He gives uh, good or sweetness or happiness to Akesh, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. And also another meaning is who has conquered the sleep. So that is also Buddha Kesha. So he has great qualities by which he gives happiness to the supreme or the topmost demigods of the universe. And Parantapa means he has done a lot of austerity, and who is um, able to win after a lot of fights or war. He is victorious, right? So Buddha Kesha also means that he conquered the sleep. Means he has sleep is a form of ignorance. When we sleep, we forget our identity. So he has conquered the sleep. So he has conquered the ignorance. So his ignorance about his real dharma getting disturbed by his affection will be controlled or will be removed by Rushikesha. So he used these three words here, and Govindam. So Govindam also is like who gives happiness or ananda, right, to the cows. So he's this name also is like Rushikesh and Govindam, the two names he used, that okay, he can give, can remove the ignorance of Arjuna and can give Ananda also. So Sanjay is also doing his dharma of advising Dhritarashtra correctly and the dharmic way, and also he is giving the indications that even if the current situation does not is favorable for Kauravas in the future, the situation will not remain the same. It's going to change. So, and Arjuna's action that he's not going to fight is, as Krishna has previously said, this is your weakness of heart. Katham idam, from where it has come. And because of that, he gives up fighting now. So this this action is indication that you are not able to take correct decisions in the critical situations, and you are not able to differentiate between what is your prime duty and what is the prime dharma or prime necessity of the time. So you fail to do this judgment, and then you give up, and you take the most easiest path that suits you. So this way Arjuna, because of his attachment, affection for family members, he took the decision of not fighting, which is suitable from his point of view, not from the greater perspective why this yuddha or this war has been set up. So this we also take several steps or simple situations in which it's very difficult to take the decisions. But before coming to conclusion, uh, we can always have a second thought. And at least Arjuna has done the best thing is he has already surrendered to Krishna, and he has accepted Krishna as his guru. And in front of his guru, he is giving up. So the guru will be in position to guide the disciple. So that is the best thing that Arjuna has done, and that is the only hope for his getting back on the right path. So we'll see from next shloka how Krishna responds to Arjuna's this action of giving up the fight and just saying that I will not fight. And now he's silent. So now Arjuna's arguments and his talk is almost finished. He took the conclusion. Now he keeps silence. So now all the focus is on Krishna, how he responds to Arjuna's arguments and Arjuna's action. So that we will see from tomorrow. Thank you very much. So any further points or any further elaboration that can be done to this shloka, please feel free to add here. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. If nothing much to add, then I think we can stop here for today. And tomorrow we will see how Krishna responds to Arjuna. That will be uh, teaching for us also. His actions, Krishna's actions, and his speech. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining and giving